Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working Title! Let's go time. Guys, we are back for Demon Slayer Episode 3. Sabito and Makomo. Last on, Geodude fainted. It was a critical hit.
by sunlight.
It was a super effective.
Tanjiro met an old fellow
With a big nose.
With a
told
demon
him
mask.
to meet him up at the top of the mountain,
And then to run back down before sun rises.
and now he's a demon slayer, or
Training.
in training to be a slayer.
He's in training. He's not full time yet.
There's some things that are special about him. He has a scent for these kind of things. And his sister is a unique vampire demon.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I don't know about the vampire part, but okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you enjoy our content, make sure you leave a like, punch the subscription button, notification bell's right there, and leave a comment down below about what you thought about our reaction. If you want to see this show 1 week in advance, check it out on our Patreon along with some other stuff that's up there. You can join our Discord, chat it up with us, and it's not a market substitute. Go on Crunchyroll now, or whatever anime streaming service you prefer, and watch it over there, and come back to YouTube and watch your boys' reaction. Punch it. Bah!
We're finally watching stuff we haven't seen.
Oh yeah.
We're back.
If you're new here, I've seen the show, these two have not. Oh, I didn't do it.
The Demon Slayer corpse.
政府から正式に認められていない組織だがしかし鬼殺隊を誰が率いているのか
Oh, it's him. Oh, they're like not unlocked characters.
Oh, who's in charge remains a mystery?
Yeah.
Wow.
人間を殺して食べる
Ew.
いつどこから現れたのかは不明肉のつながり
No origin, eh?
話を新たに
That'll be
愛す
answered
こと
one
も
day.
可能
Yeah.
体の形を変えたり異能を持つ鬼
Shapeshift.
太陽の光か
Really?
That's the
それぞれの鬼に立ち向かう人を守るために
That's cool.
There it is.
わしは育てだ文字通り剣士を育
They
て
literally trained
育て
swordsmen.
は山ほどあって鬼殺隊に入るためには藤重山で行われる最終選別で生き残らなければならない
Fujikase?
最終選別を受けていいかどうかはわしが決める
禰豆子に向けて今日から日記をつけることにした俺は今日も山を下りろ
Is she like not mentally present?
鍛え抜く
Oh, just so she can
Whoa!
try to remember some of this?
毎日山下りを繰り返すと随分罠を避けられるようになってきた
Well, that's good.
体
You'll
力
survive
が向
now.
上したのと
Oh!
Frick.
罠の難易度はどんどん上がる
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Once again, why they're doing deathly traps for training, I don't know. Gonna kill these kids by accident.
No better way to learn, I guess.
手ぶらじゃなくなると罠にかかりまくってしまう
Sword! Yeah, sword! Knock it!
今日は刀のすり今日はというより
What
最近毎日
is wrong with him?
山下り腕がもげそうなまっすぐ
What? Oh, he was counting his swings. Okay. Oh, he's passing it. The same every night he edits.
縦の力には強いけど横の力には弱い
Yeah.
刀には力をまっすぐに乗せること、さらに刀を破損つまり刀を折ったりしたらだお前の骨も折
Oh
る
my
か
god.
Don't be messing with my
Yeah,
weapons.
if you break my sword, I break you, kid.
禰豆子
Oh, his hands are all beat up. I see. Like the intro.
Man, she just
got tough
napping,
hands.
napping. Come on, Nezuko-chan.
Cut me down.
Whoa.
今日
Oh.
は
I thought he was tired.
鱗滝さんが切るつもりで向かっていく
This kid's never gonna kill anything.
鱗滝さんが素で
That's what he said the last episode. He's too kind.
Urokodaki.
I don't think it's just too bad. I think it's because it's too bad looking at.
俺はいつもすぐぶん投げられて
He's down.
Yeah.
The longest down.
ただいまネズコ
Sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. All you do is sleep, sister.
全集中の呼吸
そうだ。そして10ある水の型すべてをお前に教える。
Water breathing forms. What the hell is water breathing?
泉の細胞まで酸素
Oh,
が
like
行き渡るよう
Like it makes you breathing when you swim?
No, it's like movement type of
精
stuff.
神の
I
安
think.
定化と活性化を
Stabilize energy. Stabilize and energize your state.
上半身はゆったりと下半身はどっしり構える。よし呼吸。違う
Because we all do it wrong.
腹に力が入ってないって怒られお腹バンバン叩かれる続いて
There's a lot of there you go. 3D.
Wow.
早く行け。
Wow, I don't think I've seen like a really an animation like that behind them.
Let's go!
I like almost look
Look
at
at
that.
That's cool.
That's so bizarre. I've never seen that for like anime.
I am water.
それから禰豆子が目覚めなくなって
6 months.
Yeah, right.
She really
鱗
does
滝さんが
just
すぐ
sleep.
医者を呼んで見せてくれたけど異常はなくてでも
Hibernation maybe.
眠り続けるの
Not
はお
getting
かし
any
い
food. She's using her fat reserves.
Maybe, I don't know.
怖かった考えない日はな
How
い
do you use it?
山下りはもっと険しく空気の薄い場所では訓練にない
Oh my Lanta.
Nice. Alright. It will deflect the throwing knives.
もう教えることはない。
さぎり山に来て1年後
A year?
突然言われた
It's been a
あ
year?
とはお前次第だ。
Is she still asleep? It's winter again.
Look at that.
Oh boy, maybe this is like Nezuko's like thing. Maybe she'll wake up in the winter. Oh boy.
この岩を切れて
What?
最終選別に行くのを許可する。
Slice a boulder? Look at him, he's like, what the hell are you talking about?
岩って切るものだっけ
Not in the normal world.
切れる気がしない刀が折れる
Tap into that demon slayer energy.
鱗滝さん待ってください鱗滝さん鱗滝さんは
Man, fuck this guy, dude, honestly.
何も教えてくれなくなった
Never taught me anything again. Cool.
Broken.
鱗滝さんに習ったことを毎日繰り
He's
返
gotta
し
get that right angle.
He's gotta practice his force on it. He didn't give him like a time limit, did he?
No, he just kind of ditched him.
半年経っても岩は切れなかっ
It's been another 6
Oh God.
たまだ鍛錬が足りないんだあーくじけそう負けそう
Oh.
Why has he got such a hard... Okay, stop.
Oh, they did say he has a hard head, didn't they?
Yeah.
He hit the demon. Hey. Oh. That's not what that was.
めくる見苦しい。
いつもに匂いがしない狐の面
Ah.
どんな苦しみにも黙って耐えろ。
Aaron?
お前が男なら
Yeah.
It does sound like
It
it.
is. I think you might be right.
男に生まれたなら
Without question.
Oh, man.
God.
Maybe this guy can mask his scent.
鈍い弱い未熟
It is.
Yeah, that's it.
そんなものは男では
And then, yeah, you go.
He's got the rattiest mullet, but as a fellow mullet guy. I understand.
急に何するんだ。
いつまで地面に尻をついているのか構えもせずに
Yeah, he's your opponent. You gotta fight him.
さあかかってこい
でも
Probably someone
君は
old
僕と
man trained
俺
before,
は
I
真剣
guess.
だ。
Your level 2 coach.
Yeah, that's him. That is
I'm pretty sure you just said
definitely-
Tatakai before this too.
心配していただいてありがたい
Thank you for worrying about me. This kid's about to get
怪我をさせると
his
思って
shit
いるわ
kicked
け
in.
だ
Whoa!
He used the handle to block?
Mr. Foxtrot.
強い岩を切ってるからな
岩を切った。
And with a wooden stick too. Is that a wooden stick or a sheathed sword?
Wooden.
He said wooden, yeah.
Or wooden sword.
Whoa.
Oh my god, look how beautiful that is!
俺は何も身につけてない何も自分のものにしていない鱗滝さんに習った呼吸術
鱗滝さんも知ってる。呼吸も。
Come on.
お前は知識としてそれを覚えただけだ
He didn't put it
Oh,
into
you didn't even
practice.
practice, yeah. Knowledge is useless unless you can use
Year
it
and a half.
practically.
Nice.
Gosh.
でも全然ダメなんだ。
I just feel like he's gonna cut through that wooden sword and hit the guy,
これ以上。
you know?
He'll be fine. He'll dodge it as soon as it happens. Nice.
Oh Oh!
Dude, that fake out was crazy.
Bitch went down!
That fake out was crazy. Who's this?
Intro girl
And it,
has that Moko Jin mask.
大丈夫？
that kid.
She's gonna be terrifying.
さっき見たか。すごい一撃だった。本当に綺麗だった。
He really thinks that just happened a minute ago. Brother, it's nighttime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a minute since that happened.
No, I don't believe the
可
cute
愛ら
smiles.
しい。
No, I don't believe it.
君は誰だろう。
You just got your ass handed to you. No way, she's not gonna do the same.
マコモと言った。
Oh, is that the name of the two people?
あの少年
Makomo
は
and
サビト
Sabito.
だと
Yeah.
教えてくれた。
Alright, so
さら
Sabito.
にマコモは俺の悪いところを指摘してくれた。
私たち鱗滝さんが大好きなんだ。
この言葉はマコモの口癖だった。
Pet phrase.
二人は兄弟ではない。孤児だったの
Oh.
も鱗滝さんが育てたそうだ。
子
Oh.
供たちは他にもまだいるんだよ。いつも炭治郎を見てるよ。
Damn it! She is too cute.
マコモは少し変わった子だった。
Definitely a strange girl.
言うことがふわふわしている。
全集中の呼吸はね。
She's gonna have like some like manipulation ability against the demons. Just gonna make them fall flat on the ground.
そしたらすごく体温が上がって人間のまま鬼のように強くなれる。
Whoa, okay.
What?
骨と筋肉が慌てて熱くなって強くなる。
Gotcha, okay.
よくわからない。
Breathe
どう
good,
やった
man.
ら
That's
で
it.
きるか。
Breathe like a demon. To beat the demon, you have to be a
死ぬ
demon.
ほど鍛える。
Oh.
結局それ以外にできることないと思うよ。
I like her eyes.
サビトには勝てなかった。半年経つまでは。
So it's been 2 years?
Yeah. Whoa! Look at the hair! Look at the hair! I love that! I love it!
その日、俺が挑みに行くと、
I like
サビ
this
トは
guy.
真剣を持っていて、
A real sword now.
私でやっと男の顔になったな
That's some Anakin looking bods right there.
Alright, let's do this.
真正面からの勝負を
Put the beats on him, Tanjiro.
より強く、より速い方が勝つ。
Both of them.
一瞬で勝負を決めた。 この瞬間初めて
He saw his
俺の手が
face.
先にサビトに届いた
Damn. Oh,
Respect.
nice.
wow.
会った
Cool.
時
Oh, he's gonna be really rough looking.
泣きそうな嬉しそうな安心したような笑顔だった
よくやったね。今のを忘れないで。勝ってね、炭治郎。あいつにも。
Are these people spirits? Like, not real?
Well, it's interesting. They got similar scars. The one boy, the fox guy, has a.
気づくとサビトは消えていて
Huh.
サビトの面を切ったはずの俺の刀は
Oh, he's with the boulder?
Look at that! Look at that!
Let's go! He was standing in front of the boulder.
What?
Solid episode.
Yeah.
Training episode.
I was gonna call this episode initially very mid. I
Yeah.
was very bored in the first half of this episode.
Yeah.
Honestly, everything that had to do with the old man has so far been
Arukadai?
Urukadai, don't care for him.
Yeah.
Don't like him. Don't care. If somebody likes him, whatever. 2 episodes in, I don't like him. Everybody else I like. So,
He just feels like one of those people that doesn't like actually teach you, just like talks at you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, this is the problem. Here's the solution.
Don't you feel like
So,
the,
yeah.
the siblings were so much more helpful than him?
They were 1,000 times more helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That man spoke in riddles and did nothing
Not
other than be mean to Tanjiro.
But not even just riddles. He would just like tell him like, hey, you have to learn 10 forms of breathing. This is them. Bye. No, like, this is how you use it practically. Like, literally, the two of them came in, yeah, that was, like, the most important part of your training, and it was like, here, this is how you use it. You know what I mean? Like, you use it because it does this for you. Meanwhile, the guy was just like, breathe. Breathe better, dude.
He reminds
Breathe
me of
better, man.
the teachers who just do it to get paid, as opposed to the teachers that love their job.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah, no, neither am I. I told you. As soon as Geodude was out of the last episode, couldn't care less. I liked the animation, that's about it. I didn't care for the old guy, I really didn't.
Yeah.
I think I made a comment too. I also have bad association because if anyone stayed for the post talk from a year ago, I said he reminded me of a guy from Daredevil who also low-key kind of bores me. So, natural
Yeah.
association, one and the same. Didn't care for him.
Yeah.
Second half was amazing. As soon as we got to the boulder, I was invested.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, here's a cool task. I want to see how the hell we accomplish this thing.
Yeah. How the heck does he manage to split a boulder?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I don't even feel like there's, like... Trying to think of, like, what is worthy of talking about from the first half. There's a breathing technique.
Yeah, I mean, Tanjiro basically learned, like, how to use his body better, how to use a sword,
Yeah.
how to use a sword without breaking it, and, like, be able to, like, utilize the strength and power of the sword.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the most important thing was the breathing technique.
Yeah.
Which she said 10 forms of breathing, and
It was
the 10 forms of water breathing, he said? Yeah.
Very cool. That
But
sounds cool.
They didn't really, like, give more of it. Like, it was just like, breathe. Breathe better.
I am
the
curious to
beginning.
see, like, what that is. Like, how do those... they explained, like, what that ends up doing, which is the second half of this, but... in the beginning, we did get something interesting. We got a little bit of origin. That there is no origin to the demons.
Yeah.
We don't know where they came from. This core group of soldiers, this corpse group of soldiers, isn't under the government regime.
Yeah.
Like, it's
They
not
exist
recognized.
They exist on their own
Yep.
accord, but
Huh.
they've, like,
They've been around
for a long
secret
time.
agents.
Yeah. And nobody knows who's in charge of them, but they give their life to fight demons and protect other humans. Because demons can eat you. Demons can eat humans and are super strong and fast and basically instant regen.
Yep.
The only way you kill them is sunlight or decapitation with a special sword.
Yeah. Now, Gyu was up on that mountaintop, so there's one
One of the,
top
the
brass
generals
that we know about.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very familiar with another figure in the advertisement, and I'm pretty sure I saw his silhouette up there, so,
I bet you are.
what?
I bet you are familiar with one of them.
I am very familiar. He's on every freaking t-shirt. I know his name too, so I wonder when he'll be incorporated into the story. Do you know what I'm talking about? All I know is Fire's always around him in pictures, but...
That's exactly who I thought you're talking about.
Oh, I have seen that guy, actually. I didn't...
It's the only silhouette I recognize from the characters that I'm familiar with, and I saw him up there with Mr. Gio.
Yeah.
So, there's one face I'm looking forward to
meeting
as we
progress through the story.
meet the teachers or
the leaders.
whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
They're
probably like commanders.
I'm honestly surprised that Gyu's at the top. I didn't think he'd be a top dog. I thought he'd be like somebody like a fellow classmate, but like a
trainee.
Not too much higher than Tanjiro. I don't know. Not like a Fushiguro and Itadori because they're on the same like class, but maybe like Todo and Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen, like one class above, if that makes sense. But it seems like he's moved his way to the highest or higher positions, unless that's just like what is the knowledge told right now, and there's like really higher people above them. So that was an interesting flip for me.
But yeah, we got the training. We got through that, and then also Nezuko has been asleep for now 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we didn't see her in the last year, but the first year she was definitely not out cold, just chilling.
Let a doctor come and check her out. Nothing's wrong with her.
And that makes sense why he's journaling now. I was like, is she like not conscious, but she hasn't been awake for a while, so he's trying to fill her in on everything that he's been through in the past 2 years.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I don't know if I'm keeping it in, but maybe hibernation, because she wasn't eating since she's been a demon. So maybe like that takes a toll on the demon body, like it needs to be constantly active, or if it's not active, you go into hiding. Or it's maybe a seasonal thing. I don't know if demons might be a seasonal thing. They come out during Halloween or something, like some solstice, or they're more active during certain parts of the years, or every few years maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a cycle. I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, they did say at the end of last episode that she's like tired because she hasn't eaten, and doing all her demon moves takes a lot of energy out of her. So it could just be like a hibernation thing, like you said.
I just didn't think it would be 2 years of a sleep coma,
Yeah, I would say that's the only thing that I'm not a super big fan of like jumping time. Jumping time in an episode, like that's just wild. Like I mean, like he's been here for 2 years, and it just happened in like 10 minutes, which I guess in reality really doesn't matter much because other than his long hair at the end of the episode, he's not like that different. I don't know.
I don't like that either. I didn't even like it when AOT did it for the first few episodes. I don't like if there feels like there's crucial moments, or like you could have some world building in them, I get annoyed for this. I guess it's okay because it's just him by himself.
Just be training for 2 years. I don't know if you want to see.
I don't mind time skips
out.
between. Yeah, I mean, like I don't mind time skips between like personally between seasons is like the best thing for me. Like between AOT season 3 and 4. That's a good time for a time skip.
A year.
You know what I mean?
Or
like 4. Yeah,
it was 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
4 years.
But the last episode of season 3, there's 1 year. So 5 technically. It doesn't matter.
But even still, like that works well because the next time something crucial happens is when they are adults.
Yeah.
And then if there's any fill in the blanks that comes later on,
they do
tell you and surprise you. Which, I mean, we might learn that there was more to know about Nezuko. We're only 3 episodes in, but it just is a little like this kid has been in this winter. Or this, I guess not the winter, but the forest.
Mount
for 2 years.
Mount whatever that was called.
Fuku something.
Yeah.
Fujika-san, I don't know.
Something like that.
A word I'm not familiar with. Second half of the episode was a banger though.
Awesome.
We met the characters in the title. I still don't know their names. Sabito and Makomo. Eren Yeager. Good point out.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it would have taken me after you called it out. You were really quick with that.
Well, he even said a line like, he said, do you have any idea what you're doing? And Aaron has said that exact line before. So like in the episode, it was after he had said it, but when he said that, I was like, oh, I like remember the moment Aaron says that.
Yeah.
I bet the top the K or he had an exact line. Oh, the giggle. The giggle
the giggle.
probably would have wrung it from me. What's funny is you watched this.
Did you remember
many years
those?
ago? Well, he watched this in
Hell
Japanese,
no.
but he
No,
didn't
because
see...
AOT I watched in dub.
Yeah,
right.
so he's not used to the the Japanese Aaron until now. So when you said that, I was like, wouldn't he know? No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't recognize.
But yeah, so Dickhead old man. That's his name for me.
Dick Nose.
Dick Nose. Yeah.
Dick Nose.
He basically gave him a mission to split the boulder, and until he splits the boulder, he will not be recommended for this like final selection program to actually join the Demon Slayer Corps.
And remember, he can't break the sword.
He can't break swords. No breaking the sword, but he's got to split the rock. So he trained for a year on it, and
Those two showed up.
Yeah, eventually Sabito showed up, and then fought him, beat him to a pulp, and then the sister showed up and started to teach him about the breathing techniques.
Very cool designs. I really like their masks. I like that they're siblings that are orphans.
Yeah.
They both seem to like have a niche that they're like
fitting,
talented for.
Yeah.
Like one was like not the test dummy, but like the one you go to for training, and the other one's the encouragement of how to beat the trainer. Like a boxing coach, as well as like the guy who takes the sparring. That's what it felt like to me.
They said that he was didn't they mention him like it was a fox mask, or that he was like a fox?
Yeah.
So random. I don't know. Okay, so anybody who's watched this who knows like Japanese lore and legend, comment if this is true or not. So there's I don't know what like the Japanese name is, but it's called the Killing Stone in Japan, and it's like this stone with a rope tied around it that looks like kind of like that, and basically the nine-tailed fox spirit. It was from what I remember reading, like just for fun one day, it was a woman who was like learned magic, grew really powerful to the point where she became the nine-tailed fox spirit, and then she gets they didn't explain the story fully, but like she gets trapped in the stone and like essentially like haunts the stone forever. And I think in the reason why I found out about it was because in the news recently the stone broke.
Oh.
Yeah. So people are like, oh no, is she like out and about on the loose or something? So if this
Tanjiro's in real life, man.
Yeah. But if this in the show is a reference to that, comment down below, because that'd be really cool to find out.
Yeah.
Real life legend lore. But yeah, they
another 6 months went by.
Yeah, trained in 6 months. Tanjiro locked in the breathing technique, which the way the sister explained it was that when you breathe, when you concentrate your breathing, it stabilizes and energizes your spirit, and it makes your body's temperature raises, and your blood gets excited, and so your body's temperature raises to like meet it, like at that level, and your bones and muscle get as strong as a demon's. That's what she said, right?
In that moment.
Yeah. So in that moment that you do that, you basically like amp yourself and like to another level physically. Yeah. So that's the purpose of the breathing technique.
Total breathing concentration.
Yeah, I'd be curious like what the 10 water breathing forms are. Are they related to elements?
Will it relate to that water CGI looking
dragon thing in the intro? Yeah. I was curious because like in anybody that's watched like Avatar: The Last Airbender, like they talk about when they said it was breathing, I wasn't sure if it was actually going to be breathing, if it was going to be like style and movement. Yeah, because like all of the fighting styles of the bending styles in Avatar are based off of martial arts that are based off the elements. So like yes, like the water benders, they all move fluid like water. The earth benders all have like strong movements. Well, I think it's not necessarily aggressive, but it's like solid foundation type. It's like they're always squatting and like using their whole force or something.
Yeah,
whereas like the fire is like the aggressive fighting style, and then airbenders are all like light on their feet and all that stuff. So I was wondering if
be one of those guys so bad.
Oh yeah, I know. But I was wondering if the breathing techniques were going to be related to like
that
types of movements. I mean, I guess it still could be. We've only seen the total concentration, and considering it's water breathing, and I know that one dude has like the flame thing. I do know that actually. Or like I have seen like the dude you're talking about with like the yellow hair and like the flames always around him or something. So maybe we'll get some type of like martial or swordsman styles relating to like the elements.
Well, it reminds me like everybody, when I said like everybody has like something that they're talented with.
Yeah.
I would assume, I know they're trying to make it like their spirits, but the fox guy obviously had the same pants as Gyu, like the same type of pattern. So I assume the corpse has like, that's such a weird word, like survey corpse or whatever. I hate it. It's so weird. Sorry, that's random. But I assume they all have like that black attire they were all wearing, as well as occasional checkered yellows and reds. But tangent, I wonder what the girl's like thing is. Like, what is her special thing? Because she didn't fight in this occupation or in this situation, but what does she do when she's a part of the demon slayers themselves? If they all have like a thing, if there is water breathing techniques, if there is fire bending techniques, if there are, I mean, the old man didn't seem to have a thing
other than smelling
sense. And I feel like the sense might be a universal thing. Like a demon slayer has to have that to like sense demons at like minimum. That's why I thought they might have brought him in, is like a sense of smell and also being quick enough to fight.
The Gyu dude said that he's got a strong sense of smell. When he wrote the letter to the old man saying like, hey, there's this kid I'm sending your way. He's got a demon sister. He has potential. He's got a great sense of smell like you. I feel like the smell part might be exclusive to Tanjiro and the old man. Maybe like a sense. That's one thing.
Like a certain group of demons have that demon slayers have that kind of thing.
Yeah, but the smell part is specific to those.
Rukadai could smell that Tanjiro was too kind to kill anything.
Yeah. These are gonna be a little bit harder names. Rukadai, Sabito, Makomo.
Mm-hmm. Tanjiro,
Nezuko, Nezuko-chan,
Gyu.
What's Gyu's last name?
Toma something.
Tomioka, and Tenjiro Kamado.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that on the special Funkos. They're cool. Beautiful art. I feel like I'm gonna probably be saying that every episode. Beautiful art.
I hope you do. That's
you. Every episode.
My mind is blown at how beautiful this show is.
I feel like this episode particularly was better than the first two, in my opinion. I like the color palettes we got more. It reminded me a lot of Vinland, how when like the Vikings were out in the forest and you got a lot of the fall colors starting to pop against the greens. Mm-hmm. Like there was a shot when the
tree shot.
Sabito, Sabito were fighting and it panned up. It even looked like, it's weird, but like it gave me like fox feels. Like it was orange paletted. It was jagged like a fox's tail. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, oh, we're in his element. That's all I was feeling. Yeah. It's like, this is just this guy's episode, just taking over. But a beautiful colors. The waterfall.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Even him floating in the water.
Like, I'm trying to think, because Vinland's had waterfalls. I'm trying to think of water animations. Attack on Titan had a waterfall scene in Season 2. That was really cool, but not like this, where it almost looked like, I don't know how to describe it. Like CGI, I guess is the closest word, but it didn't feel CGI.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just really cool. Kind of blows my mind. I won't get over that. Yeah. I
don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. I'm trying not to be a hater or anti. I'm not trying to be like the one with the opposite opinion. Some of the shots, like up in the sky with the trees in the background, and then there was a shot where it was the sunset was behind Tanjiro when we were looking at him. That was really cool and beautiful. Some of the 3D stuff, I'm just like, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Like the water thing.
I loved it.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I just don't really think it's great. What I did think was great though, animation wise, episode, the sword fighting.
I was gonna say
awesome.
The other best shot was the phasing, but even more so, I liked the slow mo. charging at each other.
Yeah. I mean, the coolest one, yeah, the charge was awesome, and that Tanjiro got there first, but when Sabito, whatever his name is, when he was fighting Tanjiro with the wooden stick, and he had the fake out move, and then swiped up, like he had his stance, and then he faked an attack, and then switched his stance, and then popped up and hit him in the chin and knocked him out. I was like, whoa. And even later when they were actually sparring, like when they were exchanging blows, I was like, dang, I was trying to think of like, what, not just anime, but like animation, like what sword fights have I seen that are in 2D animations that are like really, really, really good? And
anything in Castlevania? I know you've seen that.
A lot of... when I mean sword fights, I mean like a sword-to-sword fight, not necessarily like one... Because like in Castlevania, they're generally fighting monsters, so it's like giant ogre with... Or giant vampire demon thing with like a sword. Yeah. Or they don't have a sword, but main character has a sword, or main character has like a mace or whatever. You know what I mean? So the only show that I can think of that has really good sword animation, but it's not necessarily sword. I'm thinking of kunai. Is Naruto. Some of the fights in Naruto. Not to spoil it, like I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything, Sam. You're fine. No, you're fine. But I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just saying like the way they do like the exchange of blows with a weapon, like two kunai knives, going back and forth is just really cool. This show's done it well. Vinland Saga did it pretty good, but this is way better.
Okay, I think I like Vinland more personally, but I've also had a whole season to watch, so we'll have to...
This is the first sword fight we've got, and I think we'll probably get more, I'd imagine.
Askeladd's just so fun to watch. Okay, so what do you think happened with the final slice? How it hit the guy's mask, but then it was the rock at the end of it. Like, it ended up just being he sliced through the rock. Explain that one, riddle me that. Was it like an energy thing where it doesn't have to necessarily tap against the rock, and so because he hit it maybe in the direction of the mask, it just channeled energy through, and maybe mentally he was thinking of the rock, and it just like, sounds dumb, but like went around the body, like that James McAvoy movie where you shoot the bullet, hits the target, shoots the bullet, hits the guy, and then goes around the guy.
Curves the bullet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of took it as like a... Not that the siblings were not real and they weren't there, but I almost took it as like... Because in the beginning, he was standing in front of the rock, and he went to fight him. Like, I wonder... Because remember, we had seen our boy flicker away, you know what I mean, and dodge other attacks. I wonder if he saw him and realized that Tanjiro was going to do it fast enough this time. Even though we saw the mask... Like, I don't know if it was like an illusion or anything like that, but like it almost felt like it was an illusion because... I just don't... How do you... Like, he disappears and he realizes he didn't cut the dude, he cut the rock. Or that's what he said. He
was
said,
standing right next to the rock.
He said, Sabito got away and I actually cut the rock.
Maybe it was like a mirage? Like a...
Yeah.
Like
some type
he's
of
so
illusion.
Fast that he left a essence of himself.
An after image.
Yeah, but like the mask still got hit in the after image.
Yeah.
That'd be weird, but it's anime. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean... It's either that or he somehow managed to energy curve his sword without intending to do that. So I don't know.
It's either one of those two things. It's either a mirage or it's the bullet curve. Yeah. It has to be. There's no middle ground.
Or they were never real and it was a spirit the whole time. And when he cut it, he turned himself into the rock. Well, and
Makomo did the stereotypical anime thing where they faded into the fog.
Yeah.
Well, also, I mean, like I said, with like if this was related to the real life lore, if he was a fox. And this fox was tied to the rock. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that that's what it is. I could also be wrong about that, but, like, I don't know. That just kind of fits my headcanon.
It's really cool that you know that.
Yeah.
You have Japanese news on your phone?
No, I just like history shit. I've always liked history shit. So, like, anytime something... I also like learning about, like, different cultures. I mean, like, you know... Especially in America, we get the very stereotypical, like, this is Roman, this is English medieval, this is French medieval. But I'm saying, like, I like going at, like, you know, how often have we learned about, like, Indian history? Or, like, India's history. Like, they have a very rich on top of their religions and like just everything that's happened in that like part of the world. Like that alone is like almost as crazy as like everything we get taught in general. So I just like to explore and see different things.
When I worked IT only for a summer, I don't know why, but I would just go on YouTube and look up live cast news feeds from Japan.
Yeah.
I didn't understand a single thing that was happening, but I just thought it was fun. Just kind of have like, I guess it's technically white noise because I don't understand it, but it just felt like cool to
experience something
see
different.
what's getting broadcasted somewhere else. It's not like I remember, and this is the weirdest memory. Talk about like you have funny weird memories. The only thing I really remember is there was a day where they were like celebrating the creation of square watermelons.
What?
Yeah, like I don't know how it was. I think I could be wrong about this, but like maybe they let the seeds grow, but they had them in boxes so they formed into a specific shape. I think that's what it was.
If somebody could send us a square watermelon,
Please do it.
When we get a PO box, send it from Japan. Specifically, I won't take an
Holy shit!
I won't take an American-made squared watermelon.
Absolutely
But
not.
that's such a weird memory. But that's like the one thing I remember of all the things is just square watermelon in Japan.
That's so
What?
wild.
It's so awesome.
I know, it's so
So
weird.
fucking cool.
Talk about a grab a memory out of nowhere. Yeah, that's it for the episode for me. I'm ready for the next one.
It's lit.
Guys, if you liked our reaction, leave a like, the subscribe button, the notification bell, the comments, Patreon if y'all want to see this a week in advance, and we'll check y'all out in the next video. We're gonna punch it.
Bah!